Hey guys, it's Chris Williams here with Cyclone Fanatic telling you about one of my favorite companies that I've worked with, and I hire them all the time. Country Landscapes. They're located up in Ames, but they have offices in eastern Iowa as well, over in North Liberty, got one up in Clear Lake. I've hired Country Landscapes to do all the landscaping in my front yard, but I've also hired them to come over and give me advice on planting trees in my front and backyard. Stuff I don't really know about, but boy, the folks at Country Landscapes are experts in this field. They also have a skilled stone mason division that creates outdoor living and cooking spaces. It's something I need to look into. Check them out, Country Landscapes. You want that dream fire pit in your backyard? That's an idea for this spring. Country Landscapes supporting our March Madness coverage of the Cyclones here on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network.
The world will never be the same once you see it through the eyes of Fairway Frank.
Frank, we'll sell London broils, New York strip steaks, pork chops, pork steaks.
Frank's mama always said, life is like a T-bone steak. When you shop at Fairway, you know exactly what you're gonna get.
When you're Iowa's dealer for life, you do things different. And as your dealer for life, we've driven together for over 45 years.
Carl Chevrolet, we're proud of where we're from.
We created a premium car buying experience easy for anyone. We serve more Iowans than ever with more locations and more brands. So together, let's drive from your first car to your last car, making memories along the way. We'll always be your dealer for life.
All right, guys, welcome to Pregame here on the Cyclone Fanatic social media feeds. Iowa State getting ready to take on Baylor tonight in the semifinals of the Big 12 Conference Tournament. Right now, it's Houston. Houston's just killing everybody. They kill anyone. You put anyone in their way, they're going to beat them by 30. And they're up by 28 now on Texas Tech, 27. So whoever wins between Iowa State and Baylor looking at playing Houston in tomorrow's championship game. We are presented on the tournament trail. So this goes into next week, too. We wouldn't be at all of these locations with the Cyclones for the men and the women without our friends from Fairway Meat and Grocery, Country Landscapes, the presenting sponsor, Carl Auto Group, and a couple of newer advertisers for us as well. I want to give a shout out to our friends at Central States Roofing. They've been around all the way back since 1968. They are owned and operated by diehard clones and Iowa State supporters. Thank you to them. And also our friends at Keen Project Solutions. They are a modern engineering and construction firm, serves the agricultural, industrial, and commercial markets all the way around. Think different, thinkkeen.com. Think different, thinkkeen.com. That's K-E-E-N. I am in a troubled spot right now because I've got my confidence back in this Iowa State basketball team, which is a good thing, right? You want to be confident. It felt to me last night, I went back and really watched this thing again. I really paid close attention to the offense and how that was working for Iowa State. And I really liked it. They are not making shots. They went 1 of 14 from 3. But thank you, Aiden. That went 1 of 14 from 3. But when you could beat a good team like Kansas State by 20 by going 1 of 14 from 3, that's a really good freaking sign. And my hope for Iowa State is that one of these games, if it's tonight, maybe they win tonight, maybe it's tomorrow, they're going to come out and hit 13 threes. Because, I'm a reversion to the mean type of dude. Gets me into trouble sometimes. But they've shot so poorly for so many games in a row. This Iowa State team is not that bad of an offensive team. We don't think they're great, especially in the half court. But I think the Cyclones win tonight. I'm irrationally confident. I really like this Baylor team. Scott Drew's done an amazing job. He took a team that I didn't think was very good, as they're good by their standards. I didn't think this would be one of those Elite Eight type Baylor teams. Totally wrong. They absolutely could get to that point. Situation is Baylor, they're a fairly streaky shooting team sometimes. They got past Cincinnati last night, didn't play great offensively. So they're probably coming into this one looking to get a few things right too. It is interesting, the effect of the seeding with the NCAA tournament. You're looking at a couple of teams tonight that are on the 2 line, 3 line, right there. I think you could say Iowa State and Baylor are directly competing against one another when it comes to that. So that's an interesting aspect of this. I thought when I watched that game back this morning, the ball moved well. Iowa State's defense was incredible. It was a really, really well executed game defensively by the Cyclones. And again, at some point, they got to make some shots. I love that Momcilovic said to me last night in the locker room, I said to him, are they yelling at you to keep shooting, Milan? And he looked up at me and he goes, I promise I'm going to make another shot sometime. And he's kind of laughing it off. Again, I just feel like this team will, maybe it's not tonight, I don't know. But it'll come. The couple of questions here. Justin wants to know, is Demarion Watson still out? He is. I would guess. I actually don't know that for a fact, but I saw Demarion last night, and it certainly didn't feel like he was going to be a guy that could come back. Jeff asking about Hassan Ward. Yeah, I think Hassan is good to go. I don't know why he wouldn't be. I saw him walking around the hotel earlier. He didn't seem injured to me, at least. So who really knows? Nathan asking me, do I think Omah Belo will play 10-plus minutes? It's possible. I mean, he's the rotation guy as long as Watson's out. So whatever Watson was playing, that's what Omaha is going to be doing. And I don't know exactly where Demarion was at as far as minutes per game goes, but that will be the plan with him going forward. And, you'd hope, too. It's like Omaha was fine last night. He wasn't great. He had good energy and all that stuff. He's not going to come out and be this crazy skilled player. I hope you guys don't believe that that's going to happen. But you would like to see him get a little bit more comfortable every time because he still hasn't played a lot of basketball, right? So hopefully, he does have a little bit of a step up tonight, and we'll see. It's about to get loud in here because it's 82-59. Houston is closing off Texas Tech again. Houston's just killing everybody that they play. It's really incredible how good they've been in their first Big 12 season. And we come into these tournaments and you talk a lot about motivation and who wants to be here. And Kansas told us we don't care. Kansas, Bill Self has done that a lot of times. I don't care. Houston's got a chip on its shoulder. They wanted to just sweep everything in the Big 12 in their first year. And they're well on their way to doing it right now because if it doesn't matter if it's Iowa State or Baylor, Houston's a pretty significant favorite in tomorrow night's championship game. So they're the best team in the country in my mind. Right now, Hilton South is about to erupt. Fan base-wise, Iowa State is obviously going to have a massive edge tonight. There's not a lot of Baylor fans here. There's still a lot of purple and blue. I think that besides Iowa State and the 2 Kansas schools, BYU is the best represented team at the Big 12 tournament this year, which is really interesting. It's like when you went to the conference realignment thing, and why does everybody want BYU? So they have fans everywhere. And there's a ton of blue in this arena tonight, but it's going to be predominantly Iowa State fans, and it's going to get nuts. It's going to get nuts here in Hilton South. I will be back for postgame. It will likely be a lot like last night's, fairly short, so I can get down to the locker room. That is my plan. So be here, and we'll be here to yuck it up with you guys after the game. I like Iowa State tonight. pretty confident. Baylor's really good. I have a lot of respect for this Baylor program and Scott Drew and just everything that they've done. But I thought Iowa State, in a weird way, got over a little bit of a hump last night. Now I want to see them take it forward, hit a bunch of shots tonight, get everybody feeling that, and get the hell to Omaha and go and let's go to a Final Four. How about that? All right, there you go. Iowa State Baylor coming up in about 30 minutes from now. My name is Chris Williams. Thanks to all of our sponsors, our friends from Carl Auto Group, Keene, Central States Roofing, Fairway Meat and Grocery, and Country Landscapes. My name is Chris Williams. I'll be back after the game. Enjoy.